So let's get to it. Creator Clash, you guys know, a lot of my friends were fighting, obviously. A lot of friends of the show, a lot of people that you are familiar with, they were fighting. But, there was one major reason why I was there, of course. If you don't know, I'm sure you'll find out. But it was to watch my boy, okay, this young man who I have watched basically blossom into this incredibly confident, incredibly well-trained murderer. I am, of course, talking about Ali Mythological Khabani, okay? Dearborn's finest, okay? I mean, this dude, holy shit, he popped the fuck off. You guys probably watched him in Creator Clash where he ran the distance. He went the distance with a very capable opponent, as a matter of fact. Surprisingly capable opponent. But here he is going up against Hundar. Now, I'm going to give you guys some background, okay? Because we have the same trainers. We have the same, physical trainers. He also has, on top of that, like, obviously a boxing coach too. And so I'm familiar, like I'm keeping up. I've been keeping up for the past couple months on his workouts. We train together from time to time. Like I see him while I'm training from time to time. Hundar is a much larger opponent. Hundar usually walks around, I believe, at about 200 pounds. Myth, on the other hand, the top weight he's ever reached in his life was like 195. And of course, he is not 195 when he's in fighting shape. So for them to get down to the same weight to fight, Hundar had to lose a lot of weight. Myth had to also lose some weight too, but he is now only developing muscle mass. So the advantages that he had, thank you, Themasius, for the playlist. The advantages that Myth had was that I think his cardio is going to be better. He's a very technical fighter. He's very good for how new he is. And he's also a lot younger. Hundar is around 30 plus. I forget how old Hundar is, but like that age definitely is a major component, okay, in this circumstance. He's almost 40. That's crazy. I didn't even know that. I mean, he is incredible. He's in incredible shape for being 39 years old. But I was still terrified, especially after what I saw Hundar do to AB. Okay? But Myth, on the other hand, outboxed him. Nice jab. He is lighting him up, Tony Joe. Wow, looks comfortable too. Look at him. Look at his fucking look at how he's dodging him. Look, even here. Right on the button. Miss said right before this, they were like talking, and Hundar was saying, it's actually a lot of fun fighting you. And that's why he was smiling right before he got fucking clapped. Now that, for those of you who are unfamiliar with the art or sport of boxing, that right there is the button, okay? Everybody's got a spot on their fucking face, which Myth actually perfectly found in this punch. He explores with the left a little bit, and then right on the button. Look at that. And it's perfect too. He puts his entire body weight into it, perfect form, coming down as well, and just absolutely destroys him. My man said, Myth has no power. Ha ha ha. Look at these punches. They look so soft. Dude, you should definitely, you should go up against him. Anyway, um, like I said, he's a very technical fighter. He's a very technical fighter. He's learned how to fight so well. He fights incredibly well. Hundar ended up popping his bicep to that fall. Yeah, I saw. Respectfully, I'd body slam him. Okay. Anyway. How many times have you been asked to go up against someone next time? Every 10 minutes, I would guess. Yes. Literally everyone is constantly asking me. I don't know how many times I said, no, I'm not going to fight this past weekend. I don't know. Like thousands. But yeah, look, ultimately, if it wasn't for his bicep that he fell on, as you can see when he goes limp and he just falls directly on his bicep, which ruptures. Okay, he had a bicep tear in that fight. If it wasn't for that, he probably maybe could have kept going. Okay, but that doesn't take away from the fact that he ate a clean one, dude. Just the absolute perfect, clean one. No talking about your friends or things close to you, okay? Only OP and Agitprop, please. Yeah. Um, but overall, this was a very emotional moment for me watching him. Hundar's bicep is Dunzo. Where is the photo? Here it is.
Well, I hurt my arm. They say I couldn't keep fighting because the bicep popped. Oh no, everybody. I'm having a bad time.
Yeah, he had to walk around in a sling. The funniest thing is, Hundar is such a nice dude. I mean, he is such a fucking kind, such a nice guy. It's just so funny because he literally looks like a demon. He looks like just legitimately like a terrifying person. He looks like the type of dude. He looks like the type of dude who would be called Hundar. Even if you didn't know his name was Hundar, you would think he's Hundar. By the way, speaking of which, careful, he's vegan as well. From what I understand, so is Dad. Both of the old guys in that fucking ring that were, Dad's not vegan, I think vegetarian. But both of the old guys in the ring that looked the best out of pretty much everyone else were both vegetarian for a very long time. So that's why they're in remarkable shape. But yeah, he's a super sweet guy, which is pretty funny to consider because his like entire persona on on stage is like this barbarian warrior, which I find really funny. Anyway. Unfortunately, Jarvis lost. I think his asthma kicked in. But yeah, I was fucking losing my mind. People caught me in the crowd, absolutely going bananas mode. I was losing my mind. I was with Mitt's mom and dad. Um, That dude at a classic exam finding of Popeye's arm because the distal tendon tore completely, causing the bicep muscle to curl up and look like Popeye's arm after he eats spinach. It's pathognomic for biceps tear. What is this? I was crying. Anyway. But yeah, it was a pretty bad tear. Yeah, that's unfortunate. You should have seen Markiplier. I did see him. I did see him, but I didn't like really. I don't know him, so I didn't want to fucking go up to him and be like, "Hey, what's up, man?" You know, because I know what it's like when motherfuckers keep rolling up to you at an event like that. Aaron, aka Ego Raptor, looks so good this year. Yeah, he looked a lot better this year than he did last year, for sure. Hasan, you're too humble. I think you're known enough to give a quick intro. It doesn't matter. It's the weird to be like, hey, what's up? I'm a famous guy. You're a famous guy. You know, let's meet. I don't know. I feel like in a situation like that, if someone wants to come up to you, so many content creators came up to me. You know, plenty who are way more famous than I am, who've been in the game for way longer than I have been. They came up, and the way I see it is like, if you want to do that, you do it. If you don't want to do it, then, you know, I just kind of leave you alone. You're parasocial phobic. I've not watched enough of his videos to be parasocial. I've watched zero. I don't watch gaming viewers. I mean, I don't watch gaming stuff. Did Harley almost fall on you? I have a funny story about Harley. I love Harley. And I have a really funny story about him. So Harley is like 6'6". He's taller than me even. And he's a very big dude. He's a brolic dude. He's fighting against this guy who is, you know, fighting against the dude on sauce is like one thing. He's fighting against the dude who's been professionally punched and been in an arena for like longer than I've been alive. Okay? Like that guy, all of the factors that come into consideration in a situation that would like be a disadvantage for you, a normal person getting into an arena, stepping up into an arena and your heart pumping, he doesn't have any of that, right? He's been doing that for a very long time. Not only that, but also, you know, he's been getting punched professionally for a very long time. You know what I mean? Like, so John Morrison also blew a dog whistle to incapacitate a dog wrestler and then crushed it from the sky. Like, this is the guy he's fighting against, right?
It's okay, Russ. Eat sheep.
So, you know, he's in remarkable shape. His opponent was in remarkable shape, has incredible control. Pro wrestling is real. Brother, getting hit in the face is definitely a very real component of pro wrestling, which is soap opera or whatever. But yes, you are definitely getting hit a lot. Regardless of how fake it is, if you think that you're not actually tanking some serious fucking damage, both to your head, both to your body on a regular basis for fucking, you know, however many years this guy's been doing it, I don't know what to tell you. Why do you think so many of them get CTE? So, I mean, the guy is awesome. He's fucking fantastic. He was great. And so before this fight happened with Harley versus the mayor of Slamtown, which I think is like awesome. It's such a funny fucking name. Before Harley was about to fight him, Harley comes up to me the day of the fight and he's like, dude, I got to tell you one more time. Like, I know we've had this conversation before, but you really should get into fighting. You would love it. I really didn't want to do it. And then I got into it, and look at me now. Okay? Why am I telling you this story? Because Harley gets into the ring. He has an incredible fucking opening performance. He's actually doing a pretty good job at first. He's like kind of controlling the speed of the fight a little bit. Okay? And then, you know, his opponent, John Morrison, mayor of Slamtown, opens up and starts just absolutely eviscerating him. I mean, he's just fucking bouncing him, right? He was punching him like he was doing the speed bag at a certain point. It felt crazy. And obviously what ended up happening was something that I've never seen before. He fucking clapped him so hard, Harley, this 6'6" monster, fell out of the ring. He knocked him out of the ring. Does anyone have the video of this? I need you to see it to believe it. It is hard to comprehend. It is hard to understand. I think this is a VOD of the fight, so maybe you'll see it right here. Oh, here it is. Here. Look.
And again, you see that right hand, he falls into us here.
Look at this.
Why weren't you there to save us? And again, you see that right hand, he falls into us here.
He knocks him out of the arena.
Thank God that Harley's okay, though. That could have really been bad.
And Harley's a legend. I mean, he falls into the fucking...
That's a big man.
He looks up. And what he told me was, he's like, what he told me about this was like, he's like, listen, when I'm in the ring, I never see faces, right? I got fucking knocked out of the arena. He came up to me after the fight. Okay? He came up to me after the fight that night. He was like, dude, I stood up from the table, and the first face I saw was yours going like this. And at that moment, he's like, at that moment, I realized, oh my God, I told him earlier to definitely fight. And he just watched me fucking fly onto the judge's table. Because that was what I was thinking in that moment. We locked eyes, and I was like, this motherfucker is getting fucking hammer-fisted out of the fucking ring, and he was trying to get me to go fight. I'm definitely not fighting. There is no shot.
Look at us there. We're trying to help him out. Charlie didn't dive at anybody. I don't want to hear it.
You look like this? No, literally. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, he's like, dude, you don't know what you're missing. You don't know what you're missing. It's like, no, I'm good, man. I'm good with that. I'm good with missing on all of that, to be honest. Like, straight up. Your POV? Yeah, I mean, he was the crowd favorite, but he was getting slapped around a lot. Dude, he was so cool, calm, and collected. It was crazy. Incredible cardio. He knows exactly what's going on. I mean, he kept pushing him into, like, yeah, I mean, he dropped him a bunch of times, including onto the judge's table. Anyway, the quality of the Creator Clash goes up. I do worry about the safety of the fighters because they're getting better. Anyway, did you meet any of the wrestlers there? No, I did not. But yeah, here are some photos of me going crazy mowing. His mom. What's your favorite part of the night besides Myth winning? I don't know. That's it. in my world, it just like completely overshadowed everything else. It was awesome. I love this kind of shit.